Whether you're a seasoned gym enthusiast or just starting your fitness journey, understanding the power of drop sets can elevate your workouts to a whole new level. In this video, we'll delve deep into the science behind drop sets, uncover their incredible benefits for muscle growth, and equip you with the knowledge to optimize this technique for maximum gains. But before we move on, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Drop sets involve performing a set to volitional fatigue with a given load, and then immediately reducing the load, for example, approximately 20%, and continuing the exercise until subsequent volitional fatigue. Briefly, the rationale for this technique is high metabolic stress induced due to a high number of repetitions, performed with short rest intervals. Accordingly, a study by Fink and colleagues showed significantly higher muscle thickness after drop sets in comparison with resistance training following a traditional sets scheme, which can be considered as a potential marker for metabolic stress. Furthermore, results of the study by Fink and colleagues showed significant increases in the triceps cross-sectional area after 6 weeks of drop sets training when compared to traditional sets. Nevertheless, it must be noted that participants taking part in this research were recreational trained persons, with little experience in resistance training. On the other hand, Angler and colleagues demonstrated that drop sets did not promote greater lower body muscle growth when compared with traditional sets in well-trained males when training volume was equalized. Similarly to drop sets, sarcoplasm-stimulating training consists of sets of exercises performed at 70 to 80% 1 rep max to volitional fatigue, and then repeating this protocol twice more with 20 seconds rest intervals in between. The next step is to reduce the external load by 20% and perform an additional set with a 40-10 tempo. Following a 20 seconds rest interval, 20% of the external load is reduced again, and a set with 40-10 tempo is completed to volitional fatigue. In the last set, the load is further decreased by 20%, and after its completion, following a 20 seconds rest interval, a static hold is performed, for example, at 90 degrees of elbow flexion, to volitional fatigue. Another sarcoplasm-stimulating training variation refers to the performance of 8 sets of exercises at 70 to 80% 1 rep max to volitional fatigue, with programmed rest intervals between subsequent sets, 45, 30, 15, 5, 5, 15, 30, and 45 seconds, without reducing the load. Similarly to drop sets, the main aim of sarcoplasm-stimulating training is to induce high metabolic stress. Recently, De Almeida and colleagues demonstrated that sarcoplasm-stimulating training resulted in greater acute biceps brachii and triceps brachii muscle thickness, when compared to a traditional set scheme in trained subjects, even when total training volume was higher in a traditional set scheme resistance training. Evidence suggests the beneficial effects of both drop sets and sarcoplasm-stimulating training in acute increases in triceps brachii muscle thickness in both amateur and well-trained subjects, even with lower training volume versus a traditional set scheme resistance training. However, studies that have investigated the chronic effects of drop sets did not show a superior hypertrophy response when compared with traditional sets. Moreover, the chronic effects of sarcoplasm-stimulating training on muscle growth have not been examined yet. If you want to buy the best quality gym equipment, click on the link in the description.